We are tired. Between the endless demands of work, the relentless scroll of our screens, and the deafening noise of the 24-hour news cycle, our default state is a quiet exhaustion. We treat this collective burnout as an unavoidable side effect of modern living. But consider a different angle. What if this societal numbness is a deliberate survival mechanism designed to keep us docile? In a 1992 interview, former military intelligence operative Bill Cooper detailed a precise warning. He stated that an unseen ruling class was actively engineering the public into a hive of distracted, passive worker bees. The exhaustion you feel at the end of the day is a prerequisite for their system. A population that is too tired to think is a population that is too tired to ask questions. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Roman emperors perfected a simple formula for crowd control: bread and circuses. Whenever the citizens grew restless or angry about political policies, the emperor would stage massive gladiator games to occupy their attention. The empire collapsed, but the tactics survived. Today, we award athletes multi-million-dollar contracts to throw a ball, while millions of struggling people spend their weekends cheering for them instead of looking at their own shrinking paychecks. While we debate the statistics of a backup quarterback, 150 of the wealthiest elites meet quietly in a Swiss mountain town to dictate the boundaries of the global economy. We consume the endless entertainment of the circus so eagerly that we ignore the architects quietly redesigning our reality from the luxury suites. To steer a society's perception, you have to capture its media. You give the public the illusion of thousands of independent, objective journalists, masking the fact that they all pull from the same well. Let's trace the pipeline of information. Start with a massive network like CNN. Corporate filings show it's owned by Warner Bros. Discovery. Keep tracing the money. Warner Bros. Discovery recently agreed to an acquisition by Paramount, which was bought out by Skydance Media. The head of Skydance Media is a man named David Ellison, and David Ellison is the son of Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle and one of the wealthiest individuals alive. The perception of competing viewpoints is a mirage. The massive apparatus of television, print, and digital news funnels upward into a bottleneck controlled by a handful of billionaires, dictating exactly what the public is allowed to discuss. Cooper observed that these corporate and political powers use ancient texts, specifically the Book of Revelation, as a literal strategic blueprint for governance and control. The psychology is brilliantly simple. If citizens are convinced that global digital tracking currencies or massive economic collapses are divine prophecies, they will not resist. They accept the systems being built around them because they believe it is an undeniable fate. George Orwell recognized a similar mechanism. He wrote 1984 as a warning about absolute surveillance, but those in power adopted his fiction as a manual. When a population accepts global shifts as an inescapable destiny, whether through scripture or dystopian fiction, they stop looking for the exits. Packaging control as inevitable fate neutralizes the very idea of resistance, allowing sovereignty to be dissolved while the public waits for the end of the script. While the masses argue over the daily distractions, the individuals at the top are pursuing a vastly different objective: achieving physical immortality through technology. Cooper warned of this push for an engineered super race over 30 years ago. Today, billionaires fund clinical trials for age reversal drugs and pour massive capital into artificial general intelligence. We are watching the initial steps right now. Companies like Neuralink implanted brain chips into human patients, working to merge human intelligence with machines. This trajectory points toward a total management of the human species. By treating biology as just another programmable system, the elite aim to move past controlling our environment to engineering the human condition itself. If we continue to choose the easy comfort of the circus over reality, we are actively consenting to our own condition. We are volunteering to live as subjects in a world constructed by someone else. The immediate defense is radical critical thinking. Do not blindly trust the government, do not trust corporate media, and do not take the video you are watching right now at face value. Demand hard proof for every claim. Cooper summarized our situation with a simple metaphor. Society is a massive meal, and right now, invisible hands are in the kitchen, deciding exactly what gets served on the table. If you refuse to enter the kitchen and help prepare the food, you lose the right to complain when the plate is put in front of you. You will have no choice but to eat it. We still possess the tools to change the menu. By engaging in active civic participation and exercising the constitutional power of the vote at every level, we disrupt their careful planning. The future is not a predetermined prophecy. It is a kitchen. It is waiting for us to either pick up a chef's knife or sit quietly and swallow whatever we are fed.